Yeah, hi friends. So I guess we are live. Yeah, we are expecting some good engagement today. I mean, as per our audience request, so it's gonna be on the one and only MS Dhoni. I hope you guys remember, right? Dhoni finishes up in style, and it's been an innings from the Indian captain, one innings on the night of the final, 91 of 79 deliveries, and that magnificent six in the Wankhede Stadium years back on that night of 2nd April 2011 when India finally lifted the ODI World Cup after 28 years and completed the dream of so many, including the little master Sachin Tendulkar. So, yeah, it's going to be on that man who has gifted us countless memories, both in the Indian jersey as well as in his franchise in the Chennai Super Kings. Yeah, definitely we will have quite a bit of discussion. As of now, also, I would like to ask my co-host here, Ritik, that what's your point of view on MSD? I mean, what's the thing you feel that inspires so many? What's the special thing about MSD?
Yeah. First of all, thank you, Saptarshi, uh, for this wonderful discussion that we are having, and also for also to our audience for joining in and for all the love that they have showered upon us. Yeah. So the point you asked about MSD, I think MSD, being first of all a small town boy ruling Indian cricket and maybe I can say world cricket at one point of time with his exceptional captaincy skills, his out of the box thinking, the kind of innings that he could play under pressure. Also, the best part that I find about him is that he's one such captain who can bring out the best out of ordinary players. I think that is one aspect that stands out for me, which separates him from the rest of the captains. And yeah, I mean, if you talk about his achievements, I mean, 2007 T20 World Cup, 2011 ICC ODI World Cup, Champions Trophy in 2013, and of course those IPL titles. I mean, so he has, I mean, nothing to prove that how good he has done it when it comes to captaincy, and also as a batter as well. He has definitely played some really good innings when it mattered. Yeah, that's those are some of the points that I'd like to highlight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, anyways, guys, please keep shooting your questions. I mean, we are there to answer all your questions and interact with you guys. Any particular thing you want specially to be discussed on the legend? As of now, I mean, definitely, as Ritik said, that MSD, MSD's main skill is that he can bring out the best out of any player. And if I give the example, even in the Chennai Super Kings setup, I mean, we have seen so many players coming when they have maybe gone out of their prime. Like Robin Uthappa came in 2021. He had a terrible season in KKR in 2019. Then had a poor season at the Rajasthan Royals in 2020, and then he came to CSK. Even me as a CSK fan was pretty much skeptical when he was traded in, and I thought that CSK is just doing the wrong thing. But by the time the season ended, I knew never ever doubt MSD in his decision making. When he is doing something, he has definitely thought about that. I mean, what an innings Robin Uthappa played in that qualifier one against Delhi Capitals, and then also, I mean, his self confidence. I mean, in 2021, he was not at all in touch. He was batting at some 90 odd strike rate, and since his retirement from international cricket, he was struggling against spin bowling and also struggling badly against pace bowling also that season. If I remember, Avesh Khan was the guy who got him twice in their two meetings against the Delhi Capitals. And in the second meeting against Delhi Capitals, he scored some 18 of 27, if I'm not wrong. And as a fan, it really pained, to be honest, to watch MSG struggle like that. And then in that qualifier one, when CSK needed some 20 odd runs in 2 overs, and the set batter in Rudraj Gaikwad got out. And there was the informed Jadeja. He could have easily sent him up the order, but MSG decided, let me come in, let me use the short boundary. And the bowler was Avesh Khan, who has troubled him twice in that season. But he was not afraid. He came in, he missed the first ball. I was thinking, oh man, why have you come here? Ravindra Jadeja has to be the guy here. And then the next ball, he just sat back. He knew Avesh was gonna bowl a slower short ball. He waited for it and then slammed it over cow corner. And I mean, that's it. It's his self confidence in him. Even in the 2011 World Cup, if you remember, he was thoroughly out of form throughout that tournament. He didn't even have a 50, if I'm not wrong. And when I think Virat Kohli got out through Tilak Ratne Dilshan, there was Yuvraj Singh waiting, who was in the form of his life in that tournament. I mean, eventually he was declared the man of the tournament. But Dhoni said later that it was Mutia Muralidharan bowling and Gautam Gambhir was already there. Yuvraj didn't have a very good record in particular against Muralidharan, and Dhoni being part of CSK and Muralidharan also being part of the same franchise. They had played each other quite a few times in the nets, and Dhoni was confident that he could have faced Muralidharan. Also, Muralidharan and Dilshan, also Suraj Randeep was there, so he thought that maybe two left-handed batters at that point of time would be against the norm, and so he decided to step up despite being in a rut. And once he stepped up, he struggled initially, but then what a knock he played. I mean, 91 of 79, probably the best ever knock by an Indian captain in a World Cup final, to be honest. Also, I would like Abhishek to share some of his views on uh, MS Dhoni.
As you mentioned that uh, all the points are covered, that he's a great captain, and the thing that I like Dhoni about the most is that under him so many players have come. He has the knack of identifying talent. You can see Virat Kohli under him, Rohit Sharma, despite not having that much success in his
In fact,
initial
many
years.
people maybe won't remember, but even Jasprit Bumrah came into the Indian setup under his captaincy only. He was the captain at that point of time. And if you remember clearly, Jasprit Bumrah didn't play regularly at the Mumbai Indians before that. Yeah, he had a couple of good domestic seasons, if I'm not wrong. I think he was playing for Gujarat, but he didn't play regularly at Mumbai Indians in 2013, 14, 15. It was only after he made his debut in 2016 that he had a full season at the Mumbai Indians, and then slowly and steadily he started prospering, and now we know who is Jasprit Bumrah and what he can do.
Yeah, and under him Ashwin groomed, Jadeja groomed,
Yes.
Rana was not under him, but he made a terrible very strong partnerships with him. So he has a knack of identifying. Dhawan debuted under him, so like he has a knack of identifying talents, and he left us a team for the next decade or so, so that the Indian team can rule. And one of the things that I like most about Dhoni is his cool mind. Everyone has talked about
Yeah,
it,
I mean,
but it's the same that
yeah, I mean,
yeah,
if I'm not wrong, I mean, I remember again another example comes to my mind. So that was the T20 World Cup Bangladesh match. I remember Hardik Pandya was bowling the last over. India had
yeah,
no other choice. Hardik didn't have a very good day. The first ball went for a single, then Mushfiqur cut one through the cover region, and then he scooped one past MS, and it went for four. And 2 runs were needed of 3 balls. The first ball, definitely, I think Mushfiqur could have finished it, but he went for the glory shot and perished. And then Mahmudullah also followed the same path, and the result was same. And then it came down to 2 of 1 with, I guess it was Shubhagat home on strike. And I mean, most of the keepers, what they would have done was maybe collect the ball and just try to roll it down to run out at the striker's end. But what MS did was he didn't take the chance, because while rolling, if he had missed the stumps and if it had gone for an overthrow, the batters could have crossed for two. So what he did was he trusted his instincts, he trusted his running power, and he went till the stumps and run out the guy who was coming in. It was Mustafizur. He ran him out at the striker's end. What he ensured was maybe uh, a couple of milliseconds later, and Mustafizur would have saved himself. But what he ensured was India wouldn't have lost that match. The max which could have happened was the match would have been tied and it would have gone to a super over, and that itself would have been an achievement for India, considering Bangladesh India just 2 of 3 at that point of time. So I mean, there has been so many instances where we can judge his presence of mind, his instincts, and his gut feelings. Even in the recently concluded IPL against Sunrisers Hyderabad, I remember how he helped Ruturaj Gaikwad in setting up that kind of a field for someone like a Travis Head, who was on absolute fire this season. He just kept the fielder on that, what can I say, for that shot, for a wide ball, and forced him to hit it square. And Tushar Deshpande bowled it slow and wide of the radar, and Travis Head tried to smash it over that, what can I say, over that cover region, but he failed, and the timing got lost, and he got out. So MS has been excellent in setting up fields and nurturing talents. Also, I think, if we can discuss some more memories of MS, that World Cup final definitely would be one of the best memories. But if Ritik can share some more memories which he cherishes in particular.
I think the one you pointed out, 2011 World Cup. I think that is at the top of the list for me. Also, I mean, so most of my memories that I remember MS fondly for was because of his captaincy skills. And another point I would like to add here was the term DRS, which eventually got termed as Dhoni review system instead of decision review system. So that I think speaks volumes of how accurate that guy was when it comes to taking reviews. And this shows the kind of game awareness he has, the kind of focus, the kind of concentration he possesses when he's playing the game. If you ask me about memories, I think when it comes to field placements, I remember one match against South Africa. South Africa were pretty comfortable. They had lost quite a few wickets, but they could have easily, had they played a bit sensibly. But then the wickets fell like anything, and South Africa eventually, they just couldn't get past the finish line. So this and countless moments, not just one or two maybe, but yeah. And of course, 2007 World Cup, if I remember, that decision to bowl Joginder Sharma, similarly in the bowl out, giving the ball to someone like, let's say, Virendra Sehwag, and these moments just stand out for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just want
Also,
to add one point. Yeah,
yeah,
that
yeah,
whenever
surely,
all
go on,
yeah
go on.
out of all the titles we won under MS Dhoni, none of them was like so easy. Like as you mentioned, 2007 World Cup, 152 runs was needed. Pakistan batting was very heavy with Imran Nazir, Shoaib Malik, Shahid Afridi, Misbah-ul-Haq.
Yeah,
Imran Khan was also there. So it was a very would have been very easy chase for them. And with Misbah in that kind of red hot form, where he was hitting the balls everywhere that season, that tournament, bowling Joginder Sharma was, I think, a crucial uh, moment in that match. Again, the 2007 World Cup, sorry, 11 World Cup in the Pakistan, where 250 plus around runs was needed, and Pakistan had a great start. I think there are 40 without a no loss, and from there winning matches. 2013 Champions Trophy, although he couldn't perform that good with the bat, but his captaincy and defending 129 against England in
yeah.
England.
That was probably one of
So
his best ever. Success at the international level in captaincy. The
yeah,
way he defended with. It wasn't like he had a very world class bowling attack, to be honest. But even the way he utilized the spinners in those death overs, he kept 2 overs of Jadeja and Ashwin to bowl in the at the end, and also the way he devised that plan with Ishan to get rid of Morgan and Bopara. Ishan kept on bowling wides, and then Morgan just scooped one up to mid on, and he got out, and then he bowled one slower
yeah,
bumper to Ravi Bopara, and he just tried to guide it, and it went straight to the short fine leg to Ashwin.
with 16, 20 or 16 needed, and a lot of wickets in hand. It was England's game, and the way they turned that match. So it was whenever like India won dominate by using domination. It was always a question that whether we would win or not. And from that crucial moment, Dhoni made us win. So that's what I
Yeah.
like most about
Also,
Dhoni.
another thing which I would like to point out is, mostly people know MS as a white ball cricketer, and which is not. I'm not saying that it's false, but also, many people forget MS's heroics in red ball. Yeah, definitely, he's not a very very legendary cricketer in red ball cricket. He definitely doesn't have too good stats in red ball cricket, but as a wicket keeper batter, I think he's mm, more than good in red ball cricket, and also he has countless good innings in English conditions. Particularly,
Yeah,
if we remember the 2014 tour, I mean, where the Indian batters kept on failing regularly. I remember those last two matches. One was at Oval, and the other was at Manchester. If I'm not wrong, India lost 4 or 5 wickets before 50 runs, and MS got 70, 80 odd to just avoid to just save India, I would say, from humiliation. I mean, he had a very, and also he has a very decent record against someone like a Jimmy Anderson, even in English conditions. So I mean, he has quite a bit of heroics in English conditions. Also, I mean, he has got the double century in India against Australia in 2013. He got the double century
and
within a single
in
day.
the 2009 tour, he very well in New Zealand conditions also. He had scored
Yeah, I mean, he has
fast
very
half
good stats
centuries.
in New Zealand. If I'm not wrong, he has
Yeah,
got very good stats both in ODI as well as Test cricket.
yeah. So I believe that no, I would like to correct one point here. Like as a wicketkeeper, if you have close to 5,000 test runs and with a 40 average, I wouldn't consider that as bad. I don't recall any full-time wicketkeeper having record. I think Gilchrist, you can name
Yeah, I mean,
Gilchrist. You
that's what
can
I'm
name
saying. Most
Sangakkara,
people
but
like
Sangakkara
to
was not
remember
a
him.
full-time wicketkeeper. He didn't keep later on his career. So if I consider so I don't remember any wicketkeeper scoring around 5,000 test runs and that
Yeah, also
kind of
he's played
average.
92 matches. I mean, that itself is an achievement. 92
And he came
matches, so
a
many
lot
runs,
down.
so many.
If he came at a bit top of the order because he had the skills to come in the top, but he didn't come in the top, so he could have scored more runs easily. And he retired very early in his test career. So I think he could have easily gotten 8-9,000 test runs easily. But since he died earlier, he couldn't get that record which he could have achieved in test cricket, which he got in ODI, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, definitely that's an issue. But uh, yeah, so also, I mean, guys, please shoot your comments. I'm again saying, please shoot your comments and please
Yeah.
share your views with us. I mean, definitely we have been discussing for quite some time, but we would be overjoyed if we can answer to your questions.
Yeah.
Also, if you,
Any feedback, any questions, anything
yeah,
you want to discuss
yeah,
about
also if you
Dhoni
are
and
watching this video after the live, still you can shoot your comments and we will definitely, I mean, one of us will definitely try to answer on those. Or maybe if you have any suggestions for our later on videos, definitely that's also very much welcome. And as we
and
always say, I mean, just one humble request from our side, please watch our videos, please share with more and more audience, more and more cricket nerds across the globe, and please like and subscribe so that we can be more enthusiastic towards making more better content.
and you could also name your favorite MS Dhoni moment in the comment box. Let's do it,
Yeah,
guys.
definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, share your views of MSD. I mean, many guys have many views, but all views will be welcome.
Also,
Yeah.
just to add to what Saptarshi and Abhishek just mentioned, so this video is also a result of your engagement with us. I think one of the guys from the audience only mentioned that we should make a video on MS Dhoni, and you can see the result. We have already come up with a video on that, rather a live on that.
Yeah, so also, I mean, the thing that has been making rounds in the news for the past few days, that is MSD gonna make another IPL? I mean, this question has been there for quite some time, to be honest. And every
I
time he
think this
has
is an
come
annual
up,
ritual.
and
This question has become an annual ritual for the last
yeah,
few years.
every time people have thought that this guy is finished, he has come up and defied all his critics. So will he come up yet another time? I mean, the mega auctions are also around the corner, and also, yeah, we are still awaiting the news from the BCCI that what's going to be the number of retentions, or what's going to be the mega auction rules, how many retentions, how many RTMs, and all those things, the budget, and other important criterias. But as of now, will MSD play yet another IPL? I mean, on 15th August, quite a few people were maybe skeptical that will another news come up from 1929, consider me retired.
Yeah.
But definitely, but I mean, maybe fortunately for MS fans, and Unfortunately for the haters, it didn't come up.
Correct.
Maybe they
And
were
guys,
thinking
please,
that another time it will come up Maple Dopal ka Shayar.
Yeah, and the thing is that if like many people players played till 45, Shoaib Malik is still playing. Misbahullah played till 40 46. Muiz Khan played late. So if MS Dhoni has a fitness and he wants to play, why can't he play?
Yeah,
Like who
also the
are
another
the
thing
fans
that's been
questioning?
making the rounds is that maybe CSK are likely to exercise one loophole in the rules of the BCCI that a player can be declared as uncapped if he hasn't played for more than 5 years, and maybe they are gonna likely to retain MSD if they are gonna do so under the uncapped uh, category. Your views on that, Ritik? I mean, if this happens, I mean, this will be some sort of a benchmark for the other teams also, who also will look to exercise this loophole going forward, because there are some other star players like Virat in RCB, Rohit maybe in um, MI. Uh, there are some more. So, your views on this fiasco?
I think, yeah, like you mentioned that. I mean, we all know MS Dhoni is a cricketing genius, and CSK. If I talk about that, CSK team is more than well equipped to do such innovations, or maybe make use of such loopholes. And there is every possibility. I think this rule has been making the headlines, and I'm pretty sure that this can come into the picture very soon. Abhishek, you would like to add something to that?
Yeah, I think as you mentioned that yeah, I've also heard about this rule. So yeah, as Sadarshi mentioned all the things, and I also believe that this rule could come in the future. I think yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if MS comes, I have absolutely no problem with it. And definitely, I mean, as a fan, I would be thrilled to watch him for another year. But then again, if I think from a neutral perspective, I mean, if MS comes under the uncapped category, it's okay because he will come after the cost of 4 crore. But I mean, I don't think at this point of his career, it's worth to retain him at 12, 13 crores. I'm absolutely not saying that. Please don't take me wrong. I'm also his fan, one of his biggest fans. But I'm absolutely not saying that he won't be able to play. He has played so well in the last IPL also. He came, he smashed sixes. But the thing is, when you are returning him before a mega auction, you are returning him with the plan of 3 4 years. You are not returning for 1 year. And now if he leaves after 1 year or a couple of years, what happens is he leaves a hole in the team. Now you have got the money back, I agree, but will you have enough players left in the tank to go for with that money? Because most other teams will buy those players in the mega auction, and once the mini auctions come up in the next few seasons, I mean, those teams will retain those Indian players, and then you won't have enough players left in the market to go after. So that's gonna be a thing. Also, I mean, MS was struggling badly with his knee injuries this season, and that just hampered him to come up the order because he didn't have that much energy to run, and that too after keeping for 20 overs. And so what happened was quite a few times he had to push up someone like a Jadeja, who is predominantly a pace hitter, to face spin bowlers, or maybe sometimes Sander and Shardul Thakur also up the order. Also, MS has his glaring weaknesses against spin bowling for the last few years, ever since he retired from international cricket, and maybe that also plays a part in him coming down the order predominantly to face the faster bowlers and use his reflexes and muscle power to smash them out of the park. I mean, he still has that power against faster bowlers. We have seen him smashing guys like Anrik Nokia, Hardik Pandya. He smashed him for 3 consecutive sixes at the Wankhede Stadium. Then he smashed Rashid Khan also, but I think he has that bit of what can I say? That bit of doubt against the slower bowlers, and that's why he's a bit hesitant to come up the order. So if that's the case, that again doesn't serve the cause of retaining him for 10 plus. But then again, I mean, if the uncapped thing is there, CHK definitely has the right to exercise the loophole. Maybe it sort of will set a benchmark in the upcoming years, and the other teams will also take a lesson from it. And let's see where this goes.
Abhishek, do we have any comments? If you could just check from our audience, we would like to address them.
No, no, no. Currently, we don't have any questions, but yeah, I think we can. If we don't have any questions, we can yeah discuss for some more time and wait, and then we can wrap up.
Also, guys, like mentioned a bit earlier, that please do share us your favorite moment of MSD. We would like to maybe we would like to
Yeah,
know your thoughts as well on that.
yeah. It may have been erased from our memory, and you guys
And maybe we
telling
could
will
talk
bring us memories.
some points on that.
Yeah. Mm. So favorite memory. I think you guys can tell in the meantime what is your MS Dhoni one moment that
I mean, I
will
think in my
remain
analysis
with
only I've
in your
shared
lifetime.
already three, four memories. But still, if you ask me, mm, let me think some more. Definitely, I will be able to.
No, only
Maybe if
one. You
I
have the
say,
option of
if I,
only one.
okay, I'm telling one of his
That
memories
would
in
be
the
hard.
yellow
Yeah.
jersey. Okay, so in the yellow jersey, CSK, I remember, as I say, it was from the recently concluded season only because I went to watch that match against Mumbai Indians, Wankhede Stadium, and that last over, everyone was just shouting like, uh, "We just want MS to come and face one ball at least." And Daryl Mitchell got out in the second ball of the over. I
Mm.
remember Hardik Pandya was bowling that over. Daryl Mitchell hit a four in the first ball, then he got out in the second ball, and then the third MS came to face the third ball, and first ball he smashed it over long off. Everyone just went berserk. I mean, and the crowd was absolutely buzzing at the Wankhede Stadium. No noise could be heard at that point, and even the DJ felt like fika. I mean, the DJ also just was. DJ also just went silent, and then the second ball, Hardik bowled him. He slammed him over mid wicket, and now he bowled him on his pads and he hit him over the deep square leg region. So three balls, three sixes, and Ravi Shastri was absolutely shouting on the top of his voice. The stadium went berserk. I mean, what a scene that was! And I mean, I really enjoyed that. And also, I think even the neutral fans would enjoy that ambience and the kind of fan base this man follows when he I mean, each and every stadium he goes in during the IPL, he hits CSK's home ground. He came to Kolkata and there were almost no flags of KKR in that stadium in 2023. I remember. I mean, also, if I say of that match, I mean, what an innings Ajinkya Rahane played, and what a season he had uh, after coming to Chennai Super Kings. I'm not saying that it's entirely because of MS Dhoni. The coach Stephen Fleming also has his part to play, but I mean, time and again, players have said that the kind of mental support and confidence he helps in building. I mean, the kind of confidence he instills in the players and the kind of faith he shows in the players, and they just step up and try to prove him right. So, I mean, I think that's it. If Ritik can share some memory or something.
I think
Yeah.
if I have to share one moment or one memory, I think it has to be that six, that winning six in the 2011 World Cup. That stands out for me. I mean, that was one ultimate point where Indian cricket peaked, I would say, in ODI.
Right.
And MSD had a big role to play, definitely. MSD alongside Gautam Gambhir in that match, especially. Also, yeah, so just to add, this is not from memory point of view, of course.
Yeah.
This is from a different viewpoint, and this is I would like to highlight this aspect of MSD, which is his running between the wickets. I mean, even at this age, the way he can, I mean, hit the ball into the gaps, and I mean, if I can point that out, I think even Virat Kohli, I think he has maybe I don't know, but maybe this is something that even the juniors have started incorporated, and MSD brought that culture of this squeaking runs and just putting the opposition under pressure. I think this is an aspect that I definitely like a lot about MSD.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. And also, even in the 2015 World Cup, if I say, I mean, that also I think MS handled the team very well because it was a relatively young team. Rohit was playing his first World Cup. Virat, okay, he had quite a bit of experience, but then Shikhar was playing his first World Cup. Shami, Bhuvneshwar Kumar didn't play a lot of games though. Shami, Mohit Sharma, Umesh Yadav, all were at a very tender age, and were mostly playing their first World Cups. And the way MS handled also before that, there was that Carlton Mid Prize series, if I remember, and India lost badly to England. They lost to Australia as well, and many just ignored India from being the top four and said that they were definitely gonna lose out before the semis. And then India won. six matches in a row in the group stage, and then they won the quarters against Bangladesh. And in all those seven matches, they picked up 10 wickets each. It was a valiant performance from the bowling unit. MS definitely didn't have to do a lot with the bat, but I still remember he played one crucial innings against West Indies where India had to chase some 193 run target, and they lost 3 4 wickets early. And then MS again, as he had done so many years for the Indian team as well as the CSK team, he stepped up and finished off the chase with a pretty cool-headed knock. And then eventually, I mean, India lost out in the semis against the Inform Australia, but I think they did a tremendous job with that team and with the kind of form they came into the World Cup, going till the semis, and even at one point of time they gave some good fight to the Aussies during their bowling innings. So I think it was a pretty appreciable job from MS and his men in that World Cup. Even the 2019 World Cup, I mean, he and Jadeja tried a lot in that semi, but I mean, unfortunately, uh, it still hurts Indians that he got run out and the way his career finished in the blue jersey. But that's how sports works sometimes. Not everything has a sweet ending.
Yeah, I think we can wrap it up for today. Yeah,
I think let's
so
wait
we
for a
can.
couple of minutes, and guys, we request you to please, I mean, in case you have any questions to share, in case you want us to focus more on a particular topic for our upcoming videos, any moment you would like to share, anything that you would like to share with us, please do drop your
Yeah, we can
comments.
wait for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I think let's wait for a few minutes, and then maybe if not, if we don't get any such comments, let's wrap it up.
But we want to thank all of you who are listening to this video, and it's
Yeah, thank you guys.
great for the response.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I mean, definitely, maybe we will feel a bit dejected that not a lot of you guys interacted with us today, but nonetheless, we are expecting more interactions from you guys. I mean, after all, you guys are the ones who have inspired us so far and would continue to do so in the upcoming days. So, definitely, we will again meet soon. Also, we will keep on posting shorts and other recorded videos. We will try to come live again next weekend, maybe. So, till then, I
Yeah,
think it's enough for today. So, please,
we will keep you
this video
notified
will
in
be.
the community and the shorts
Yeah, that's why.
that
I
our
mean,
next plan is
please,
gonna be.
please, guys, press the bell icon so that you can be notified about the latest uploads and the lives and all those things. So, please watch this video, and if you have any particular feedbacks, any particular MS memories, please share with us, and we would definitely like to interact with you. If you want some more videos on MS, definitely we will again make in the future. Also regarding any other player, any other Indian or overseas player, that also will bring. And please keep posting your suggestions. So I think that's it for tonight. So time to say good night, and I think let's move on as tomorrow is going to be a Monday. Monday blues incoming. So time to say good night. We will be coming back soon.
Good night,
Thank you
everybody.
guys. Good night.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you guys. We will meet soon again. Bye bye. Till then, cheers.
Cheers.